Hi, Dermot. How are you doing?
How's it
Are we
going?
allowed to ask the how are you doing question?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you too. How are you coping with the situation right now? Is it all right?
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I feel good. I mean, I've got loads of time to make music and it feels I feel like I'm in a good place, and I mean, it's been a very long time since I've been home, so it just feels good to be here.
Okay, so where are you exactly? At your home in Ireland or where are you?
In Dublin. Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
Dublin.
Mhm.
Perfect. With a whole setup home studio?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had to figure out how to be a producer like way sooner than I thought I would. So, because obviously I have no one in the studio with me, so I have to figure everything out myself. So it's been really interesting to learn, and it's been good to have some time. Yeah.
Wow. So really quarantining alone still?
Until mid March, we
Oh,
were
wow.
in America on tour. And so we were kind of all over the US, and so had to do like 2 weeks really, really strict lockdown away
Yeah.
from everybody. And then after that, kind of went and saw my parents and blah, blah, blah. And things have gotten like a little bit easier, but for the most part, just by myself. Yeah.
Okay. So producing is one thing you learned during quarantine. Is there another thing?
I realize like when I'm traveling, I always have headphones in, always. And I'm like listening to a podcast, listening to music, but I'm so rarely like just in silence thinking. And I've done that a bit more. And I think that's important, maybe.
And did you learn something personally about you that you didn't know?
I now kind of love doing the work, and I like I kind of miss being on planes, and I miss traveling, and I miss how crazy it all was. And so I am looking forward to getting back into it. I think it's a balance, and I think it's a funny life as a musician because when it's on, it's really, really on, and
Hmm.
it's full on, and then to go from that to just like a total stop is kind of crazy.
Yeah, sure.
And it definitely takes some getting used to, but I can do both. But I think what I didn't know about myself is how much I enjoyed the work. Yeah,
Wow. So that's a good one, isn't it? Could be
I
worse.
guess. Yeah, 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 true. Yeah.
So, do you take that away from quarantine, like to find your balance more and to take a break whenever you need it?
When you're at like the beginning of your career and when you're doing all this stuff for the first time, it's really important not to slow down and not miss any opportunities. And it can be scary to think about what you might miss out on. And so
Yeah.
that's why you work so hard.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, balance is definitely important. It's a tricky one because like if you want to make good music, it comes from a healthy mind or like I don't know, just a mind that's creative. And so
Sure.
you got to kind of look after yourself in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you expect it to be that crazy at the beginning of your career? I mean, everybody was telling you, I guess, the label was telling you, this will be hard, guy, the first 2 years, and then we're on top. But did you expect it to be that hard?
uh I wouldn't say it was hard, but I didn't expect it to be that crazy, like that
Okay.
busy. Maybe, I don't know. Like I all when you're younger and you want to be a musician, you always see yourself as just playing shows and in studios, and you maybe don't think about everything outside of that. But
Yeah,
like
sure.
there's so much outside of that, right? And there's so many things that go into having a career. And so yeah, I wasn't aware of how crazy it would be. Not at all.
Yeah, sure. How could you even? I mean, it's the first time
No.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But speaking of a clear mind to be creative, your last Instagram post was really personal, I guess, because you said it's the best thing in the world to have new music out. Thank you for
Mm,
that new music. We will come to that later on.
nice.
And feeling more free than I ever have creatively.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, like I've spent so much time in the last few years, like going to studios around the world and going to different parts of the world, and kind of like you get off a flight and you have to get into a studio and be creative, and that can be hard sometimes, and sometimes you don't even know how you feel. And so with this, just being at home and being a bit more settled and being a bit more comfortable, it just I feel, and also like having a first album out and sort of saying to the world like this is who I am.
Yeah.
It's a really nice place to step off from, and to know that there's a load of different directions you can go in. I think that's quite exciting. So I feel very excited creatively. Yeah, I feel free in that sense. I don't think there's any one thing I have to do. So that's a good place to be.
Cool. What does free mean? Can you do a little bit more like going into different directions musically and sonically?
Yeah, exactly. I think so. And I think like obviously I'm influenced by hip hop, so who knows how far we take that. And then also
I would love that, by the way.
really, and then also there's like I'm always inspired by like just singer-songwriters and ballads and acoustic music. So I'll always do that, but who knows how far we can take it, you know? So I feel like we could kind of do anything at this point, and there's just so many different ways we can take it, which is exciting. Yeah.
So thank you for Giant. I love the song because it sounds the way it makes me feel, or yeah, I don't know how to put it, but it sounds exactly the way it makes me feel, like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, being
Right.
yeah, doing that and having the strength to do to accept change. Maybe can you is it a new song, or was it like from the first album? You didn't know if you want to put it on there or no? It's a very new song.
No. It isn't. It isn't completely new, and it's an idea from a while ago, and it just felt like the right time for this song to exist. Sure. And it felt sort of equal parts aware of what's going on, but also hopeful and not necessarily sad. And so, and obviously the music is quite upbeat, and that's not something I necessarily do very often. So it just felt like a good time for this song to exist. And
it is.
I thought long and hard about it, but it just felt right. Yeah.
When was the situation where you first wrote it? Where were you personally in a space?
It's about getting comfortable with change and getting comfortable with moving on, and maybe not thinking too much about the past, and just like pushing forward.
How good are you at accepting things and accepting change? Is it easy for you, or is it hard?
It depends. Like, it depends in a major way. Like if it's about something as simple as schedule and like things that just pop up out of nowhere, I'm good. Like when we're on tour, things are changing all the time. Yeah. And I literally, it makes no difference to me. Like if I see something on my calendar, I don't worry. Like I'll be there, and someone can tell me what I need to do, and I'll do it. And that's fine. But change in life can be hard, right? I don't think I'm that good at that. Things that are like sudden, especially if you get to a point in your life where you think like, okay, things are good right now and I like how things are and I don't want things to change. Then if something does, that can be quite hard. Yeah. Especially the life I live, like as a musician, even now, say the last couple of months, it's been so beautiful to kind of have a small window of like normal life and to just live here and to feel as if I'm settled somewhere. And so, I think as a musician who tours, you kind of have to be good at change. But in terms of life, I don't love when things change. I'm quite simple. Like I just want to be at home.
Yeah, no, me neither. I hate losing control and, accepting things. That's not a good thing for me. I love the lyrics, by the way. You posted the one, we were the song in the silence, but time catches up. I mean, this is so good. Can you explain what it means to you?
I want it to be like a hopeful sound in a lot of darkness. That's what I wanted it to be. And so that's kind of what that line is about. And, but time catches up. I think I've always been struck with the idea that it's tough that like nothing can last forever, right? No matter how good it is, nothing lasts forever. And so, and with this song, it's kind of so much about childhood and nostalgia and your teenage years. I think it's tough to let go of that part of your life at a time that's so carefree and so enjoyable. And so, time catches up inevitably to all of us. And I think we were talking about, that's hard to deal with sometimes.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it the other day, and you put it in the line, we used to be giants, but when did we stop? Was there a time when you stopped being giant and you were like, how did that happen? How did I get here? And not even noticing it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think, when I was younger, like if I think about when I was like 18, 19, 20, it's just that time in life, for me at least, it just not felt easy, but just felt so free. It just felt so like no troubles at all. And so that to me is like whatever giants means, that's what that feels like in my mind. And so, I think, I do think there was a time in my life when you had to kind of let go of that. And it's funny because like when I was that age, me and my friends, we used to like hang out every day, and it was this consistent thing where you'd see each other all the time. And it's interesting now to see how we've all grown up and how you just can't do that anymore because your lives are just different. And so, I guess you have to let go of that idea over time, and you got to kind of become an adult.
Yeah.